I'm here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, where it's estimated that over 20,000 children work and live on the street. But there's an organization to help.
They're trying to save a generation from poverty, violence, and drugs, and I want to know how. I'm Alvin Hall. 25 years on Wall Street have taught me a lot about business. But now I'm on a new journey around the world, meeting a new breed of entrepreneur, more interested in doing good than making money. Social entrepreneurs. And I want to help. These kids remind me of what being young is all about. Sadly for me, that was a long time ago. I am too old to attempt breakdancing. For me, breakdancing would break something and I'd end up in a hospital. I'm used to seeing urban street dancers in New York, and these kids are pretty good. More importantly, they're enjoying themselves and being creative, a welcome sight in this city. Here, half the population is under 21. Tens of thousands of children are forced to live and work on the street. Well, it's sort of overwhelming. I think the kids are playful as all kids are, whether they're rich or poor. They're just living in horrible circumstances. And it's easy to see why, if you were to run across these kids, you'd want to save them. You'd want to offer them some hope instead of being trapped in this type of world. I'm here to meet someone who feels exactly the same. Social entrepreneur, Sebastian Marot.
Hello, Sebastian.
Hi, Alvin.
How are you? It's so nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
It's great
Welcome.
to see you.
He's founder of Friends International, a social enterprise devoted to helping street children.
It started in '94 when I came here as a tourist. I was going to live and work in Japan. I stopped here, met the kids, found the situation absolutely unacceptable, started work, and Friends grew from that.
Really? You were just passing through on your way?
Just passing through.
Today, Friends helps 16,000 children a year in Phnom Penh, from babies to young adults. They provide emotional support, basic education, and for some, a place to live. But their focus is vocational training, enabling kids to earn their way off the streets for good.
So we build from the streets, protecting them on the streets, getting them off the street into a program that then will lead them to a real sustainable life.
And the kids were able to articulate the fact that they wanted education?
They said specifically education, and that's where I made my first mistake. Coming from the West, I said education, teacher, classroom. Within 2 weeks, all the kids had left. And we realized that education meant actually making money, finding a way to, and that's vocational training, not schooling.
Friends has now spread beyond Cambodia and has 500 staff working in 7 different countries. It spends $5.5 million annually. It helps 50,000 vulnerable young people around the world each year. It raised $1.6 million from its businesses in 2009. Their help is desperately needed. It's thought that 3/4 of street children in Phnom Penh turn to drugs. This young man is being trained by Friends as a chef. He started using drugs after violence split his family.
We had family problems. My stepfather beat my mom, so I didn't want to stay there. When I first arrived on the street, it was tough. There were lots of street gangsters who sometimes beat me. I started sniffing glue, and I'd also smoke other drugs. It made me feel good. When I used it, it made me happy, and all the stress and suffering would go away.
He isn't the only member of his family being helped by Friends. His sister attends classes, and his mother has trained as a seamstress. Friends sells the products she makes, providing both her and the organization with income. Friends believes that a child's life is best improved by working with their entire family.
We start supporting the family before the kid is able to join us.
You support the family? Tell me about this. I didn't realize that.
It's training the women to produce things. We help them sell. the income goes back into the family and back to the organization.
This business model offers every chance for a better life. But removing all the scars of the past will be an uphill struggle.
This tattoo is a sword. When I was using drugs, I like to fight. The sword shows I like to fight and I would beat people up for money. I wouldn't fight now. This is training center. If I fight, I'll be kicked out.
Friends works hard to bring stability to these fragile lives. People who live on the street are always being forced to move on. This is Angdong. When the city government clears slums and homeless people, they relocate them to places like this. In the last 12 years, it's estimated that over 40,000 families have been forced to leave what they call home. You can see from the open sewers and shanties that this is a very bleak place. But Friends is providing hope. It built a safe, clean space for up to 50 of these displaced women to train and work together.
What was the motivation behind building a production center here?
Well, as you know, we started from the home-based. With the home-based, you can only go that far. In a production center, it allowed us to, first of all, take women from homes that are really, really not adequate, and on the other, pushing us to the next level of production, where we can increase the quantity, the quality, and by working together, actually have this mass production that we're looking for.
Back in the city, Sebastian took me to one of the 3 Friends shops that sells goods the families have made. They contribute almost a quarter of the revenue generated by Friends in Cambodia.
The price of this is more than reasonable, $7? That's pretty good. And these bags up here are really good too. Love these.
A little retail therapy is impossible to resist. Over 2 million tourists visit Cambodia every year. I'm glad Friends is tapping into that market, and not just with their shops.
Friends, a superb tapas restaurant with delicious shakes and sharp cocktails, helping street children into the restaurant industry. The fact that they're in the top 10 must mean that the food is pretty good, because there are lots of good local restaurants here, but they must have something that sets them apart. I'm going to see what that is.
This restaurant is typical of Friends. It's a training center and a business. I'm here to meet Gustav, the manager.
Hello, I'm Alvin Hall.
Hi, I'm Gustav. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So this is a restaurant run by Friends?
Yes, that's it.
Yes. How long has it been here?
We opened in February 2001, so it's nearly 9 years.
This restaurant certainly seems to have built up quite a following. But what about the money?
So what kind of profit are we talking about?
On a good month, the average profit in 2008, I think was about $18,000 a month.
That's
Profit.
not bad.
I think it's very good.
And what other restaurants that you have, are they equally profitable?
Not as profitable as this one is, and because this one, first of all, has been here longer. It's well known. It's like from the Lonely Planet to TV shows. Many people know about it, and it has a very good reputation, and it's international food.
It's clearly doing very well, generating lots of money to help even more street children. Can this magic be spread to other parts of the business?
Looking at all these paintings and drawings on the wall in this restaurant makes me think that maybe there's another way that Friends International can use them to generate income.
It's an intriguing thought, but right now I need to check out Friends' newest restaurant, Ram Dang. Gustav thinks it has real potential.
So what's going to happen with this empty room?
So this we're going to use for, first of all, as an exhibition space, where young Cambodian artists will exhibit their art here from other organizations or private artists.
Yes, and you have a gorgeous, gorgeous terrace.
And that fits about 25 people outside as well.
When you look at this restaurant, how beautiful it is, I would think a lot of the locals would come here. Is that the case?
It actually is. It's about 40% of our customers are Cambodians, and which we are very proud of, because this is a market that really needs to be discovered more and worked on more, because there's a very fast growing middle and upper class in Cambodia, especially in Phnom Penh.
What type of profits do you see here month to month?
Since the opening, the business has been improving steadily. It never went down. Even right now, even though in a recession, we're still getting more money, but not as much as France the restaurant, but it's still getting better. It's still moving to the right direction, but just slowly.
So you're hopeful?
I think the concept is fantastic. The place is beautiful. The food is delicious. Why would it not work?
Like Gustav, I'm optimistic. This could be a real moneymaker for Friends. Now I want to look at the figures for the whole organization. How do all the businesses add up? It's impressive that Sebastian has so many ideas. And looking at his financial statements, it's clear that he is able to stretch the money he has to its ultimate cost effectiveness. But I wonder, with all of these ideas, maybe it's better for him to focus or at least prioritize him. Otherwise, he's all over the place. My analysis complete, I head over to talk shop with Sebastian.
I've just visited the facility in Phnom Penh and its associated businesses. And I need to tell you that I am stunned. It says a lot about your skills, but also the dedication of the staff. But there were some things that I noticed, which concerned me. They didn't seem to have annual targets, that you weren't saying to them, it would be really nice if you could earn this, if you could make this. Why don't you give them annual targets?
Yes, absolutely. It's something that we were discussing with the team. It's something that is missing.
My other recommendation to you is related to Ram Dang, the restaurant. Because I have a feeling if you can get that running well, it will surpass Friends in terms of the profits it generates, simply because it's an oasis. It becomes a destination. And the last little business recommendation, we go into the restaurants. What's on all the walls of the restaurants?
Jones paintings.
Right, all of those beautiful paintings. I think maybe you should take copies of those paintings and give them to some of the ladies in the workshops and let them incorporate them into part of the product. What do you think of those business challenges?
Well, it's something that definitely now, since it's an objective, a challenge, great, I can push my...
Yes, I think you should. In 6 months, I'll be back.
Oh my God, we'll make it.
It has been 6 months since my last visit to Cambodia, when I saw how Friends International was helping children to get off the street. I've heard that the trainee chef we met has been suspended for fighting. It's a reminder of how tough it can be to help these children and what an uphill struggle Friends is facing. So I'm keen to see how much progress they've made with my business challenges.
One of my strongest memories of Cambodia is my introduction to genuine Khmer food at this restaurant, Ram Dang. Gustav had really ambitious plans for it, and it's clearly working because the place is full of people. I'm looking forward to catching up with him about how he achieved this.
My first stop is the exhibition space.
Gustav, wow. This is one of the rooms you're going to transform, and my God. What is this? It's an exhibition of lizards, barks, and fragrances.
Exactly.
Wow. What is the purpose of this in a restaurant?
It's about Cambodian remedies and spices. And many remedies are used for spices as well, so I thought it was very appropriate to do it.
Now this is truly exotic with these beans hanging from here, right? And these, looks like lizard on a stick over there?
Exactly.
What is
Grilled
that?
lizard on a stick.
Grilled lizard on a stick. And what do I do with that?
Well, this is you rub it on your genitals and it's supposed to enhance the man's sexual power.
Wow. This is such a wonderful exhibition. It's exotic, isn't it?
It is. I think it's magical.
It is
Yeah,
magical. That's a good word for it. So has it brought a lot of people to the restaurant?
Yes, lots and lots of them. Yeah, we had many people coming. The opening was a real big success. All the local media came, from the TV stations to most newspapers and magazines came. So it was really, really great. We had hundreds of visitors.
If you had told me after our first discussion that this is what this room would look like, I would never have imagined it. So let's go downstairs and get a drink, because I want to see what happened with all the other plans we talked about.
Let's do it.
Yes, this is pretty hot. Look at this. Fantastic. The exhibition certainly seems to have pulling power. But customer numbers are one thing, while financial numbers are quite another. I'm going to ask you the hard question.
Yes.
How is it doing financially?
Financially, well.
Do I see your chest about to expand a bit?
Well, since we've seen each other the last time, business actually was not that good until October, but it really improved in October, and in November it was a record month. So we are going definitely the right direction. It improved immensely.
Compared with the other restaurant, are you still below them?
Actually, the last month in November, we actually made more than our pilot restaurant.
You made more profit than Friends?
The restaurant.
You're kidding.
Yeah, we did.
That's an achievement, isn't it?
It's a serious achievement. My team should be very proud of it.
Here's to your continued success.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
I was confident this restaurant could do well, but I never imagined it would do this well. And this isn't the biggest surprise of the night. The young chef who had been suspended for fighting is back in the kitchen and working well as part of the team. His family is delighted.
I'm very happy. Seeing him work hard makes me proud. Studying will give him a good future. When he was walking the streets, I was very worried.
6 months ago, I was impolite and rude. I left Friends for a month. Now I'm back. I've changed a lot now. I'm not as talkative and I work fast. Once I have money, I want to rent a house for my mother and help my sister so she can have a good future too.
I want to finish studying, get my certificate, and become an artist. As an artist, I can earn loads of money and make my family rich.
A girl with her eye on the prize. That's what I like to see. I'm so pleased that this family, with Friends' continued support, has really made progress. In fact, everyone at Friends seems to have done well. These children are having their graduation photos taken, but there's one man I have yet to check up on, the one I really need to see. So what's been going on since I last saw you?
We've been extremely busy. We have made projection over 5 years of where we want to be for each of the businesses internationally, including future businesses. Of course, at Rondang, the team has been given, and the kids have been given targets, and now they're on it. And we'll see what that does over time.
So, do you have these results for me in black and white?
I have them all written down here for you. And the first page here is our projection over 5 years. And on the other side, because we're a social enterprise, a social projection.
Everything Sebastian says he's done is backed up by his paperwork. I am impressed. And now there's only one other place where I want to look. So let's go over and see the shop.
Let's go.
Okay. The Friends shops are a major source of income, and they've recently been renovated. I was hoping they had taken up my idea to use the children's artwork in their new product range, but I never expected this. Look at this. How much better is this?
Well, we worked very hard.
This is great. With everything beautifully laid out, Friends has really tapped into the creativity of its trainees. This is gorgeous, actually.
This is the bib.
For a baby's bib. Oh, I like this. Who came up with these new product ideas?
Well, the women themselves came with new ideas, and whenever we like it, we test them, and here they go.
And how have the revenues from this shop changed?
Doubled.
In 6 months? I could not be more delighted. The new products are wonderful. Look at this scarf. I can see my name on this. This is really gorgeous. Let me
try
I'm
this
really
on.
happy you like this one because it's a very special one. The design on it is a design from one of the kids. It's
Really?
a dragon. So
It's
here
a
it is.
dragon?
It's one of the
Oh
first
my
products
God.
with a kid's design.
Bravo, bravo. Yeah, that was one of the ideas I gave you, to use
Absolutely.
the kids' art. Are there other ways you're using the art?
Well, there's another one here.
I'm thrilled they've embraced my idea so beautifully. It has really breathed new life into the product range.
This is pretty amazing. This place is better than I could have ever expected. Better than I could have ever expected. Oh, I love this bag.
The enthusiasm, grace, and
This is
effort
better
that Sebastian and his team have put into achieving my goals is truly heartwarming.
I can see you on the street of Manhattan, going around with my little bag and my scarf, and everybody says, "Where'd you get that?" Phnom Penh, Friends International.
They've really worked hard to improve, and their motivation is plain to see.
It's very clear that when the kids come through the gates, they have a sense of security. There are people here to help them with their health, with their food, with their education, and they're really happy, aren't you?
My time with friends is up, but since they have done so well with my challenges, it's only fair that I face one myself.
I'm about to try a Cambodian delicacy, tarantula. I just hope the chef remembers to remove the fangs. It's a little like liver, but you know, everything tastes good with a cocktail.
Next time, more creepy crawlies. I'm in Zambia finding out what this has to do with helping girls get a good education.